So stupid.
Yeah, just
both
for Iron Man in the
collectively dumb.
furnace. I just want to melt him.
I want his iron.
I don't want his Iron
I want his
Man.
iron. It's funny because he's not even made of fucking iron.
Right? He's lying to me.
It feels awkward. I feel like it was more loud last time.
It's not awkward unless you make it awkward.
Hey.
Fuck. Reese.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I forgot. I handcrafted my Minecraft skin, but since I knew all the hexadecimal codes for it, I decided to invert them, and now my skin is so cursed.
Is it just
Oh,
a walking
no.
potato chip? I'm sorry, British chips.
So, in America, that would be French fries.
No shit, Reese.
I'm so proud of you.
Okay.
That's why I haven't changed to British chips.
Okay. So we are
The
live.
knowledge.
I think we are live. Yep, we are live. Okay. So let me pull up my notes and we shall start this bullshit. Okay.
Fuck.
Okay, can everyone mute, please?
No.
Oh, fuck you. Okay, so quick rundown of what happened last session. Your characters were yeeted into this world of magic and mystery after meeting a goddess in space who gave you a quest to find the Queen of the Forbidden Forest and deliver to her the scroll that Lily now possesses, as well as Potato socking a man in the face, and you make it to the burnt down village where you decide to help a group of villagers protect their own home from goblins. As night fell, no goblins came to attack, and instead a large 7-foot-tall wolf came and dropped a mauled goblin corpse in front of the gate, and that's where the session ended. So, Logan is the first to wake to the sound of soft wind, and after many restless hours, the party finally fell asleep. The night was cold, and the beds you slept on were uncomfortable, but you managed. No goblins ever came to attack, the wolves never showed up again, and the village remained untouched. So, what would you like to do? Logan, you can unmute.
Oh yes, hello. I don't know. What is it for me to do?
You are currently in a hut, surrounded in beds by sleeping dumbasses. There isn't much. There's a little table. There's a chair.
Can I wake them up?
You can if you want to.
Alright, I'm gonna wake them up.
You're gonna grab the fucking pans. I'm gonna soup with
Exactly.
Okay, so you wake them up. Who do you want to wake up first? The only people you can't wake up are Natalie, Brandon, and Satan because they're not here. So that leaves Reese, Potato.
I'll wake up Reese.
Okay, so fucking go
Yeah.
over, wake up, wake up.
Wake
I don't know
up,
what
bitch.
you want to do.
I'm gonna just like jump on them, like, hey, wake up.
Wake up, motherfucker! We gotta
Wake up,
go.
motherfucker.
You would crush his rib cage.
Hey, I'm tiny, you know.
Okay, fair.
I'm small, I'm a gnome. I won't do much damage. I got gnomed. Wake up.
Reese, stop yelling in the fucking in the stream chat. Because hey, hug. Okay, so you wake up Reese.
Just this small being jumps on you to wake you up. Roll for Constitution.
Roll for strength. You're gonna fucking elbow him in the fucking jaw.
Please no, I'm tiny.
No, it's fine. Okay, so you jump on
Fine.
him. Lily just like sprawls out, wakes up. I don't know. Wake up reaction, emotion. I don't know. Dance.
Lily is now awake.
Lily has
Wake
joined
up.
your party.
Hey, we gotta go wake up the other guy now.
Alright. Go over and you wake up Potato. This is such a great roleplay, guys. We should be professionals.
Whoa. Give me money.
No.
Damn.
So I remember last time Lily was working on
It was that
getting
tunnel or for the water.
a canal to bring the
Yeah, the
water
thing.
to the
Oh yeah.
village. So Lily probably after waking up and waiting a bit, probably just immediately gets back to that.
Well, not yet, bitch. I wrote a lot of shit.
True.
Calm the fuck down, okay? You just
Reverse.
woke up. I
Back
know
it up.
I know you wouldn't get straight to work like this in real life.
I probably would.
Okay, so about 10 minutes, you guys are all waking up, doing dumb shit. I don't know. You all wake up. You have time to stretch. Sorry, I'm eating. Nom nom nom.
Contemplating the point of existence.
You have time to stretch, and the woman from before that was wrapping the elder's wounds, she walks into your tent, and she was carrying a tray of cups and bowls. She said, "Here's your breakfast, my gods." She places the tray on the table and bows.
It's all empty.
When you're done, please come meet the elder in his tent. He is expecting you.
Mm.
Hmm.
The woman walks out of the tent and leaves you all to your breakfast. At this time, you eat and discuss the events of last night, because honestly, what the fuck
Lunch.
happened?
Haha, Wolf Go Bear.
No, I don't remember. I got memory loss.
I don't bonk my head
Okay,
trying to wake you up.
So basically, village is constantly being attacked by goblins, and we come here to and try to help out. But we don't have to because what was it last night?
Yeah,
The
it was
goblins just didn't come, and some big ass wolves came around, and turns out they killed them.
Oh,
they did a big munch.
that was nice.
Yep.
Okay, so
Crunchy bones.
Potato, would you like to say anything?
Hi.
Wonderful conversation, Potato. Continuing. So, after your breakfast, you head to the elder's tent, and you walk through a small village. Almost everything has been rebuilt. There were two groups walking through the front gate with buckets filled with water. During the night, the wolves had completely missed the water channel that Reese had helped build. They now had a well in front of the village as one being built not far from your own tent. So, you walk into the elder's tent, and you see him sitting down in the same place as yesterday. Just doesn't move. For a moment, it's just
Damn,
silence. This bitch done died. Miss Keisha. Oh my fucking gosh, she's fucking dead. So for a moment, it's just silence. And he finally looks up at all of you. And you notice that he has most definitely been crying a lot. Like puffy eyes and shit. So he slowly stands.
Visible confusion.
He walks to the party. And then he gets on the ground and bows. Scrolling down. Says, "My gods, I thank you for all you've done for our village. Because of you, our village is safe from goblins. I sent out a scouting group, and they came back saying that the forest was littered with goblin corpses. We will finally be free to live our lives in peace. But I beg of you to please continue using this place as your home. We promise to take good care of you, and with your guidance, I'm sure we will be able to grow and expand our village to great lengths. So what do you say?"
I'm head out.
Commitment issues.
Lily says, "We would, but we have a task that we're here to complete."
Yes. Nick is like, we appreciate everything. And if you're, well, how do I word this? Oh, let me think. Okay.
You're fucking weird. We want to go.
We gotta go. Nick is like, yeah, we gotta go. But if you are still open for us on our journey back to host us, we would greatly appreciate it.
Potato, would you like to add anything to this conversation? Wonderful. Let's keep going. Just silence.
Beautiful.
Indeed.
Okay, okay. Let me eat my jerky.
And this is why we can't have anything nice.
Fuck you, I am nice. Okay, so the other, like, he looks back down. He goes, I understand, and you are always welcomed here, and I wish you luck on your journey. So, scrolling on down. So, the elder looks up to the side, and he pulls over a large box. He opens it and hands each of you what is basically a poncho hoodie.
Mm.
So it's just like a really big ass poncho with a hoodie.
Interesting.
And he said, I
Thank
had
you.
the weavers make these to keep you protected from the elements and for more comfort. Each of the ponchos are the respective colors you chose a few days ago. So, you know, like
don't remember
Potato
my
gets
color.
orange, Reese gets purple,
Yay.
Smiley
Logan
face.
probably gets gay, I don't know.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. The elder thanks you some more, and you leave the tent. You wander into the middle of the village and look around for a while. Once the sun has reached its peak in the sky, a few villagers said their goodbyes as well as gifted you supplies. They all wished you luck on your journey, and they hoped that you would stay safe. The supplies is like a basic adventurer's like kit that you'd get at the beginning when you're making your character. So, you know, like rope and rations and shit like that.
Mm.
You walk for about 2 hours before you decide to rest at a large lake. During the walk, you did find many goblin corpses scattered around the forest. And you all rested, and at this time you can roleplay or do whatever the fuck you want.
What?
You're at a lake, you can roleplay now, I don't know.
Oh. Um. Um.
This is a nice lake, right?
I mean, it's a lake.
I like lake.
You want to see a photo of my dead family?
Does it have to be Hitler? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No.
Is it
Uh,
like next to the woods or something?
Yeah, you're like surrounded by woods.
Sweet, I'm probably in the woods right now.
You're just sitting behind a log. You're like, hi guys.
Lily is kind of just staring into the
The
woods,
abyss. Okay.
contemplating various parts of the life
And I'm over here wondering,
in
is he
your situation.
staring at me? Because he's looking in my direction.
Nihilistic existentialism.
It's like you just
Just
go out of
kidding.
focus. You're vibing in space right now in your head. You're just staring Potato dead in the eyes.
Okay. Snack.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Sometimes when well, I space out a lot in real life. Not as much right now, but I used to do it a lot, and I would end up just staring at the most random shit.
I know, because you fucking stared at me before at lunch.
Oh,
I don't know if you remember it, but we were just sitting there and we were all vibing and laughing, like me, you, Natalie, and fucking Jaden. And then you just stopped and you started staring at my tray. And you were like, oh, I was like, are you okay? And you go, oh yeah, it's nothing. And then you were looking up at me when you said it, and then you like unfocused again. I was like, what the fuck is he looking at? I was like, what the fuck? I got so freaked out.
what the
I
fuck?
was like, what is he looking at?
So,
It's like,
staring into the nucleus of a cell on your face.
I know. It's like, help me. You were like, you're undoing my atoms. Like, I wonder what would happen.
Okay, Jesus Christ.
Okay,
Um,
so, while you're resting at this lake, the sweet sounds of birds are singing nearby, as well as the quick
Birds.
sound of running behind you. You seem at peace for a moment, until you realize, oh shit, something just ran behind us. And,
That seems kind of sus.
kind of sus. And, Yeah. You stand at the running, and then you hear it again. And then roll a perception check, everyone.
Fuck.
Oh, fun.
What is my
Luckily,
percent?
I'm a hunter. I'm very.
What are we doing?
You're rolling a perception check.
Oh yes. So I'm kind of
11.
stupid a lot
11.
of the time.
11.
Perception. Jeez, I have a +5 in perception. That's 15.
I got a 6.
Okay, so only Potato passed with a 15. Because 15 is a pass.
Fuck off.
So, Potato, you see a large silhouette running within the trees. It's too quick to make out the beast, but you can see a solid shape of what looks to be a bear.
Hmm.
And the rest of you don't see
Cool.
shit. You just like, oh, look, leaves. Okay, so what do you want to do now?
Well.
Big
I pull up my bow and shoot it.
Okay,
Oh, why? Why?
I want to shoot it.
But we
I
don't
want
need to
shoot
kill the bear.
It's a bear. Hang on, I'm trying to reach for
Okay,
something in my.
this isn't in character, but does your character have the forethought to know that they won't be able to one-shot it, and that we will now be engaged by a bear?
Well.
Look, man, you guys just got teleported from modern
no.
Earth.
No.
Like,
It's just what my character would do.
okay, so can you
Lily is
roll?
not going to think fondly of you after this.
Fuck. What do you roll?
To use my longbow, 1d8 plus 3 piercing.
No, that's like damage.
Oh wait, right. Frick, I forgot.
Okay, so roll an
Isn't
attack
it just-
roll.
Wait, isn't that just?
You
a
just roll a
D20
d20.
in my-
Just d20.
3. Do I add mods?
Go ahead.
With my.
Well, actually, no.
dexterity
Don't.
mod,
No. No mods.
Okay. No mods. Okay.
So you
3.
you pull back your bow, and then you
No,
let
but
it go, and it goes blink, and then the arrow just falls right at your feet.
I'm supposed.
No,
to be
the
a
string of the
hunter.
bow just breaks.
It's like the way the bow did it, like the string of the bow. It's like it's if you've loosened a guitar string a little too much, and now you can't like really play it.
Mhm.
So you're like blink, and then it fucking falls. Ow! I just hit my thumb on my desk. Okay. I'm looking for my DM screen. I know I'd have it somewhere. It has all the fancy shit I need. There it is. Boom.
Well, here. What if he drew his bow, but didn't even put the notch of the arrow on the actual string and just pulled it back with the string, didn't let go, and it just fell to the ground?
You just forgot to put the arrow on it and you just hit it with the string. Okay, there we go. You just gave up. You're like, yeah,
Still
okay.
hunter. It's supposed to be hunter.
Yeah, well, you rolled a 3, so.
You suck as a hunter.
My backstory is literally that
I
that
got
he was
abandoned
known
during Boy
for his
Boy
quality
Scouts.
catches. His backstory was that he was known about this. That's what he was popular around
Yeah.
his town for.
Well, not anymore.
Lily just looks over at them blankly. Like, what the fuck were you
Like,
trying
really?
to shoot at? What
Okay.
were you trying to hit there?
So yeah, you try shooting at this bear thing, and the arrow hits like right between your feet because you dumbass don't know how to shoot a bow. You okay? You look up, and the bear has kind of like stopped moving.
Oh, damn
Would
it.
anyone else like to do anything?
Lily still has no idea the bear is there.
Well, I mean, you see Potato trying to shoot at something, so like you're obviously you notice it now, especially now that it's stopped moving.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
So yeah, you
So
you all
Lily
see.
now knows that there's a that there's a bear.
Yeah,
Lily just looks at who shot it again?
A
What's
potato.
what's
Hi.
What's the character name?
No fucking idea.
Will.
Wilbur.
Well,
Whoopsie.
Lily looks over at Will and is like, well, and says, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Even if you hit that, you wouldn't be able to one-shot it."
Well, it was a warning.
A warning. So
Warning
what?
shot.
Yeah, I missed on purpose.
Lily looks over at the bear.
The bear is now slowly walking towards you.
Oh, I think we should go. I don't want to deal with this bear.
Well, you see, thanks to my favorite enemy feature, I have an advantage on survival and intelligence.
Lily
I
just
don't
slips-
care.
Yeah,
I
you
wanna
do. The
go.
rest of them don't.
Lily just quietly slips into the forest.
Okay, so you all
I'm
run.
I'm a gnome. I'm gonna hide. Yep.
Okay, so Lily's running. Little gnome man is hiding. And Potato is currently sitting there with the bow in his hands, acting like he's gonna shoot, but there's an arrow between his feet because he's a fucking dumbass.
And this is why it's Dungeons and Dumbasses.
Yes. Appropriately named. Okay. So that's what everyone's doing?
hmm
So, I'm gonna go in order. Lily's first, and then Gay Boy, and then we got Potato. So, Lily, you're running through the trees, trying to get the fuck out of there. And then you hear running behind you, but multiple
Fuck.
pairs of feet. You hear 12 pairs of
Snack.
feet running. I had to do the math, I'm sorry.
Snack.
Yeah.
Why?
I love you, Reese. I want you to know that. But you're so fucking stupid.
Snack. Snack.
Yeah.
When I said Lily slips into the forest, I didn't mean Lily starts fucking bolting it.
Slipping into the forest means technically running from the situation.
There's a difference between quietly slipping into a dark
Well,
area.
friend, you should have been
and
more
fucking
specific.
I said quietly slips into the forest,
You never said
not
you didn't
books
run.
it out of there. I never said I
Well,
did.
you should have corrected me when I said what you guys were doing.
You can't quietly run.
Technically, you can. Ninjas do it all the
Okay,
time.
but is Lily a ninja?
I don't know. Apparently, you're an architect.
They aren't a ninja.
So you quietly ninja run through the forest. No, I'm joking.
Okay, you know what, let me rephrase. They basically just hide behind a tree, slightly into the forest.
Okay, so just slightly behind a tree. Okay,
Well,
so
no,
I'm
they
gonna.
hide behind a tree slightly into the forest. Do you know how to list what?
Yes, I know what you're saying. Okay, so that would mean not potato. So both Reese and Logan, can you roll me a stealth check
Pog.
with your dex modifier?
22.
Okay.
21.
And just to
Okay.
clarify, that was a roll 18 with plus 4.
So dirty 20, basically. Well, not really, but whatever. Okay, so you both passed that. So you're both quiet. Potato, what the fuck are you doing? Because you're standing right in front of the bear.
You're gonna get chomped.
You're gonna get chomped.
You're gonna get chomped.
Well, wait, so I'm just standing right in front of the bear, right?
Yeah, you're just standing there.
So I play dead. Freaking-
That doesn't fucking work. That only works on black bears, you idiot.
Wait, what bear is this?
And also, they've
Wait,
already
I have advantage on intelligence checks. Let me see what type of bear.
they've
it is.
already observed you to be alive.
Yeah, you're
You
just
just
trying to
random-
shoot it.
Just randomly dropping to the ground isn't going to
run.
make them turn away.
You run.
I don't know.
Fucking potato. Okay, so I just tried to shoot it right. Yeah, I'm gonna try and die now. I would just flop to the ground like a fucking magic carp and go. I'm not alive.
I'm dying.
god.
I'm
What
supposed
do
to
you
be a
mean?
good
I am
hunter.
not alive.
Yeah, you're supposed to be like fucking Steve Irwin over here.
You're supposed to be a good hunter, but you've made all the wrong decisions.
Yeah, you try to shoot a bear with an arrow that you know you can't one-shot a bear with, and then you try to play dead, and then you give up. Like, you're like, oh wait, I can't fucking do that, and now you're fucking running, okay?
Also, you were not in a concealed position when you shot at the bear.
Yeah, you're
The
just
bear
standing
was
right
the
in front
one
of
in a
it.
concealed position. You were standing on the beach of a lake.
Don't ask what that was.
Okay.
Anyways,
So,
I run.
okay. Can you run, or can you roll a... What is it called? Acrobatics check, that's what it is.
Oh yay. Hold on. So that is a 6 with mods. That's a 9.
So, you're running through the forest,
Oh no.
and your foot gets stuck on a root that's popped out of the ground, and you just eat shit. Like,
The forest is also my favorite terrain.
you're not having fun here. So yeah, you trip. You just eat a face full of dirt. And you get up and you continue running again. But as same thing that was gonna happen to Reese, but I
Then you hear
misunderstood what was
12
going. You hear 12
sets of feet
sets of
behind
feet
you.
behind you. Yeah,
Oh god.
and it's rapidly catching up to you. The feet. So what would you like to do now?
I might propel them.
Are you gonna try and shoot them again, or are you gonna play dead this?
Climb
Well,
a tree.
12 sets of feet. That doesn't sound like something you could easily.
I don't know.
shoot
You tried to
away.
take on a bear.
The bear was out of the. It was only one bear. I freaking keep running.
Oh, climb a tree. Climb a tree.
I climb a tree.
There you go.
Athletic check.
How tall are the trees?
In this forest, shit. Okay, actually, hang on.
And also, how big are the bears?
Bear size?
Yeah, it's just like a really
There's
big
not
ass
any
bear.
defined bear
Okay.
size.
Mordu
Okay,
from Brave.
that's a big bear.
That's a really big bear. Yes. Okay. So
Now, how
each
big are
tree
the trees?
are about the trees are about 70 feet tall.
Oh, okay.
Whew.
So this is like a redwood forest.
It's more like they look like pine trees, but a lot thicker. Kind of. And,
So it's a redwood forest.
Yeah, sure. Fuck off, Reese. So, would you like to continue climbing
The
your tree?
bears may be big, but the trees
Yes.
are bigger.
Okay, roll an athletics check for me.
Athletics or acrobatics? Wait, athletics. Wait, dumb. Different things, right? Sorry, stupid. Okay. 16 plus 4. That's a 20. Finally.
Okay, so you got a dirty 20. You climb up the tree. You definitely make it up. You climb about 5 feet. And then the running feet, or like the running 12 feet. You know what I'm trying to say. They all stop, okay? You stop hearing them. You stop hearing the running behind you. And then it's like quiet for a moment. And can you roll me a... Let me check. What is it? A strength check. That's what it is.
Strengths. Okay. 15.
That is a fail. I am sorry.
I hate you.
So you climb about 5 feet up, and then you're immediately, like, the collar of your shirt is immediately grabbed and you're thrown to the ground.
Oh.
And you try gripping the tree to stay there, but you just grip the bark and it like slides off, and you are now on the ground, pinned to the ground
Lovely.
by a 7-foot tall wolf that is currently
Oh,
baring
no.
its fangs. and wants to eat your face off right now.
Sorry, I'm not a furry.
Fuck.
Sorry, I'm not into vor.
Okay. It's even better that all of this is improv right now because I wrote on the script for this session. Haha, good luck with the improv from here. So, fuck you, past self. So you're pinned to the ground by a wolf, and then two other
Hold on.
wolves
Sorry.
come over, and they're all standing above you.
Hold on. Something happened. I gotta quickly.
Okay. So while Potato was gone, let's do Logan. What are you doing right now?
Well, everything's gone, right? There's no bear near me
There's
anymore,
no bear
or
near you anymore.
or the wolf's near me.
The wolves, they're not too far from you. You can hear them, like, 'cause they're like growling and snarling. But you can't see them. So they're close enough to
Okay.
hear.
I'm just gonna, sneaky my way over to Lily, and and try to find them because I'm tiny. I don't want to be eaten.
Okay. You just you waddle over, struggle to climb over fallen trees, 'cause small boy.
Mhm.
You finally, after a little bit, you kind of like run into Lily.
So, Lily looks at them and looks out into the forest towards the noise, and it's like, he's fucked.
Yeah, he really is. Should we help him at all?
Okay, hold on, let me check
Yes.
something. I need to check what spells does Lily have.
You have baby spells.
Um. How many wolves are there?
There's 3 wolves.
Ah, yeah, because 4. Okay. So,
Oh,
Well-
hang on. Shut the fuck up. My keyboard's here. Bye.
Oh.
oh damn, okay. Well, to you guys, Lily could technically blind one of them
Hmm.
for some time,
Okay.
but then that still leaves 2 more that aren't disabled.
What a predicament.
Um, so 3 big ass wolves.
I have a shield of faith.
Pod. A professional in quotation marks hunter, amateur wizard that can make things blind and deaf, like Helen Keller, and a small bean.
A small bean who knows protection spells. Let's see.
He protect. Well, is it a he or she?
A guy.
He protect.
He protect.
But also,
He protect, but he could also be chomped very easily.
all right. I'm gonna grab a snack.
Okay.
Hey, fuckers, I'm back with my keyboard! Where's my knife?
Hey. Excuse me, what?
Okay. Where are dumbasses 1, 2, and 3?
Yes.
Okay. Reese, are you here?
He said he went to get a snack.
Okay. We
Yeah,
don't
you
use safety in
better.
this house. We use knives. I'm out of breath because I ran downstairs, put my shoes on, ran outside. and then ran back upstairs. Ah, there it is. It's a lot smaller than I thought it would be. So how y'all doing?
Fine, I've been tackled by a werewolf or something.
Once again, they're not werewolves.
Wolf,
Hey,
I
man.
don't know what they are.
Because if they were werewolves, I'm pretty sure Reese would be on that. I can hear the clicks. I've been waiting for this keyboard forever. Boop.
I returned.
Hi, I got my keyboard.
Okay, what happened?
Nothing. I got my keyboard. That's what happened.
That's nice. Hold on, let me get more water.
Oh my god, Reese. Okay.
2 ongoing jokes: water and Hitler.
Oh, don't forget Olive Garden.
Oh, jeez. Oh, right.
Right. I love how you're the one who started all of them, and you're gonna continue keeping them up. Yee.
Like Call Me Carson without the pedophilia.
Shut the fuck
Oh,
up.
no.
There are
Oh, sorry.
certain lengths, Reese. Certain lengths. Okay. Sorry, I'm setting up my keyboard. Okay. So we're currently on Reese right now, right? Yeah. Yeah, right, you were talking. Spells or something.
Oh, yeah. So, Lily thinks, well, I could temporarily disable one of them if I can get my blindness and deafness spell working, but that still leaves 2 more that aren't like Helen Keller.
What?
What should we do? By the way, I have yogurt. That's why you might hear some noises.
Look at my keyboard.
I could put a. I think I can put a shield of faith around Will here.
Yay.
Interesting.
Okay, so what
So
are
you
you guys
know.
doing?
We're talking about spells.
Yes, I know this.
Yeah.
I mean, I
So-
have cure wounds.
You're not wounded yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Lily says, okay, so I can blind and deafen them for a minute. Oh, wait, no, blind or deafen, whatever. And you can protect Will long enough for
Mhm.
him to be combat capable.
Yep.
And then it'll just be down to us taking out the other 2 before the first one is back to normal.
Okay. Or we could leave him to die. Either
I
one.
mean, yeah, we could.
We could.
Just go grab some Olive Garden.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's an option, but, if it's food you're looking for, I know a lot about the book.
Who the fuck is saying that?
Who the fuck?
I don't see anyone near.
God, is that you? It's not.
It is
No,
how
I'm just calling out to you from the distance.
Did you
Don't give
know?
away our cover. So should we be sneaky and try to get over there without getting their attention?
We could try. But are
Try.
those the same wolves from earlier?
I didn't see him. I think only you did.
Hey, Snack.
Yeah.
Are they the same wolves from earlier?
Smiles in DM. They're not the same. They're not the exact wolf that you saw that night. but they are part of the pack that you did hear howling. But you don't know that.
Is Will gonna die if we don't help?
I mean, you'll have to figure that out
What about you? But
yourself.
that's definitely-
Basically, while
Let's hope.
while you're discussing your plan, your game plan, you hear walking, like light walking behind you,
Lily immediately looks towards it.
and you see. Okay, actually, I'm gonna have to send you a picture because I don't know how to fucking describe it.
You see, Lily is currently very on edge.
Okay, let
Let's
me
help
send a
Lily other devices
picture.
and
Pa,
help.
pa, 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 pa. It's gonna take me a second. Hang on, because I have to scroll through my pictures.
Nut hog.
Fuck off. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best.
What if your best just isn't enough? No, I'm kidding.
You sound just like my dad.
The worst thing to say to someone who's depressed. What if your best? Where character art?
Okay, so that's basically what you see behind you.
It's a furry.
Fuck off!
Lily just looks at them, visibly confused.
Nick is like,
Visible
hello?
If you hear a bunch of clicking, I'm fucking around with my keyboard, obviously.
We can hear it.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I like
really
the
like
clicky
it.
click.
I like clickies too. Fucking stupid.
Click. Monkey brain, click, click.
Monkey, monkey. Okay, so yeah, that's
I'm just
basically
imagining.
yeah. In character art, that's basically what you see.
Yeah. Well, visible confusion.
Nick is like,
Can I roll to show visible
Hello?
confusion?
Sure, go ahead.
I'm kidding. What does the person do? Well, the thing.
The thing.
What does that other being?
currently,
other-
currently they're just walking towards you, but okay. So that stick, I didn't finish drawing it because that was like a year or so ago.
Yes, as a one-dimensional black line.
Fuck off. I didn't finish drawing it because it was like a year ago, and that was when I was like really shitty at art. It's a scythe. It's just like a normal, like silver scythe, no designs or anything on it.
So it's a farmer.
No, Reese, it is not a
You do
farmer.
realize.
Because the
You
scythe
do
is
realize
bigger
the scythe is
than the person.
You do realize a scythe is a farming tool and is normally larger than the person.
Reese, a scythe is also a weapon.
Yes, it can be used as a weapon, but it's still a farming tool.
Yeah, but it's a weapon in this case. Now shut up with my character design. I like it.
It screeches.
Okay. So currently this other entity is just walking towards you with the scythe over their shoulder. And then as they get closer, because you kind of just see them in the trees, but as they get closer and you get more details, you realize that they are really fucking short. Like, really short.
oh my god, they short like me?
They're not short like you, they're about 4'11", I think.
So they're taller than me.
Everyone is taller than you. You're a gnome. Stop
Take out their
speaking the
kneecaps.
facts.
I will be right back.
Okay. Click.
Anyway, Nick is gonna, just look at him like, short man, hello. Woman,
Hello, friend.
thing.
We don't. We don't assume genders here.
what you doing out here?
Silence. No, we're gonna wait till Reese gets back. While he's doing that, I'm actually gonna grab a water bottle because I am parched.
Hydrate.
Hydrate or dihydrate. Be right back. I returned. Friends?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we got two. Would you like to hear my clickies?
Mm-hmm. Click, click, click.
Click. It's got a bunch of different light
Now make
settings
a
too.
TikTok.
Make a TikTok?
Mm-hmm. About your keyboard.
Okay. And I will send you a TikTok of my keyboard.
Oh yes,
So you
keyboard ASMR.
Keyboard.
You know, looking back, if I hadn't shot that arrow, I wouldn't be in this situation.
You really wouldn't
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
Oh lord. Could have just ran ahead and left the other two to die.
About time. Jeez, we had to wait for you and everything.
I had to help my dad fold up some plastic cover that he was using to cover the carpet since he's painting upstairs to repair
That's
the
a
house.
rookie. That's a rookie excuse.
We're totally not trying to sell our house and move somewhere.
If you move somewhere, how am I supposed to go and kidnap you?
Excuse me, what?
Okay, anyway. So yeah, person walks up, very, very fucking short. They come up and they're vibing. They walk up to you and they reach they're like standing almost in between both of you now. And they just kind of look up
Okay.
at you. And with like a very, very soft voice, they just said, "I can kill your friend if you want."
Excuse me, what?
Kill our friend.
Potato's like, wait.
Just in a very, very soft voice. What's Olive Garden?
Shut up.
It's like, Olive Garden, you mean that place that lives in the village?
Lily looks at the small being and says that. Uh, Lily then looks over at the person that I managed to forget the name of. I mean, I don't think that's the best idea. Question mark.
No, no. I could. Yeah, Nick. Yeah, he looks over to this this new person. He's like, could you help us, save our friend instead of killing him?
Yay, I second that notion.
He says,
You don't have an opinion here.
You don't have an opinion on your life.
Yeah, sorry, I'm too busy.
It's like
tonight.
Czechoslovakia.
So, you just kind of look between both of you again. Like, look up. And then just look over to the direction that Will has currently been pinned down by what seems to be furries, but, whatever. No, I'm joking. And they just kind of nod and walk over. Walk towards the direction that Will is in. Eventually walking over to him. And they just kind of... I'm guessing you both follow this person?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Like, I guess, fuck.
I mean, follow the leader.
So you follow, and they just kind of walk up to the wolves and just like swipe their hand, kind of like if they're swatting a fly. And the wolves back away immediately, like taking their paw off of Will's chest.
Bonk, bad boy.
Bad doggy.
No treat today.
Is Potato you standing up or?
What? Yeah. You should probably gonna get up after being.
No, they just lay there traumatized.
You're like, you know what? I think I'm gonna chill here for a while.
Fetal position.
So
What we say?
this person just kind of, the mask that they're wearing, they just slowly take it off, kind of. And I have a picture. I'm too lazy to send it. It's just like
It's Hitler.
I want to laugh. I really do. I fucking...
Why am I laughing?
I hate you. I really hate you. Okay, next.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
this person takes off the mask, and you see, not Hitler, but you see, like a...
I was suffocated on yogurt.
So you see like a small girl, like small round face with
It's Lolly.
shut the fuck up. With like very unevenly cut and messy purple hair, like bangs just falling on her face. But her eyes are like closed shut, and she has like a very blank face kind of expression.
How can she
You
see
tell
if her
them
eyes
so.
are
How about
shut?
you shut the fuck up and let me talk?
Echolocation.
Echolocation.
She's actually a beluga. She's actually a beluga whale.
Goes woo. So she looks at all three of you and she goes, "State your business."
Lily says, I have no fucking idea.
We just kind of ended up here, and we're on like a mission or some shit like that.
I'm thinking about a scroll.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know,
Wanna
some
go-
big lady. She wanted us to get this scroll.
What scroll?
Not just big, tall and like fucking cosmic and shit. What scroll? We have no idea.
I don't know. I got a gay rock. You want to see it?
Reminder: Lily still has the scroll. Like probably in her fucking pocket or something.
Yeah.
It's like hanging out.
Lily is honestly just saying. Lily is honestly just trying to get the person away from them and not disclose any information.
Mm.
And Lily looks over at Will and not Will. Fuck, what's your character's name?
Nick.
Nick. Okay. Lily looks over at Nick and says, "Did you realize that they wouldn't consider gay to be a synonym to homosexual, right?"
I'm just trying to. I don't know. I ain't live here. I just, space.
To
Elongated
to this
style.
girl, Logan or Nick just said, "I got a happy rock. You want to see it?" And in her mind, it's probably just a rock that someone drew a smiley face on. Like,
It's the broom rock.
Let me rephrase. I got a homosexual rock. You want to see it?
They just back away in disgust.
she just tilts her
At this time,
head.
it would be very-
She tilts her head and goes,
It would
"What's a
be-
homosexual?"
Yes.
Lily says, "Look, that's not really something you need to worry about right now. Anyways, who are you?"
She goes over and she looks at one of the wolves and she starts like petting it, kind of. It like bends its head down. She starts petting it. She goes, "Your kind isn't welcomed in this forest unless you have a pardon. I suggest you turn tail and leave before I have my brothers hunt you for a snack."
So your brothers are furries?
I really
What?
wish you could see my expression right now because it is a mix of wanting to laugh and wanting to slap you.
Lily mentioned. So first, I'm assuming you genocided the goblins, and second, you're saying that the subspecies of Homo sapiens are not allowed in this forest, whilst you yourself seem to be a humanoid.
Hey, I'm just a gnome. Am I allowed to go?
You're Gnotic enough, you're Gnotic Gnoblin, you're about to get gnomed.
You're about to get eaten. Like,
Lily just asks,
sorry, keep going.
"What do you mean by our kind?"
Well, you're not one of the creatures of this forest. This is protected. Anyone who isn't part of the allied kingdoms doesn't belong here.
Oh, well, I got this fancy rock. It gives me. Some people think that we're like really cool. So like, can we pass?
Do you have a pardon?
Lily just
I don't know. I don't think I do.
Lily just looks at Nick quietly, wondering what the fuck you're doing.
Can I get a pardon?
Lily mentions, "I don't think it would be that simple."
I mean, like you helped us, like, not our friend not get killed by your brother.
So she kind of like goes over. She specifically walks over to Nick first, and she like grabs his wrists and looks at the bracelet that you were given,
Mm-hmm.
and she kind of like sniffs it a little bit.
It's a furry. I knew it.
Shut the fuck up, Reese. It's not a furry. And she goes,
They called wolves their brother and has a good sense of smell.
"I have a good sense of smell, and I'm not a furry. I'm just really fat, and I like food."
If you go up to someone's bracelet and sniff it with no context, actually, no, you probably would.
She sniffs it and examines it a little bit, and she looks up. She's like, "Who gifted this to you?"
Lily mentions before anyone else speaks. Wait, what's the word?
Celestial?
No, not celestial. A divine being.
She looks up, and she like examines all of you. She looks at your clothes. She looks at your hair and the way you're talking and shit.
It should be.
She
quite
looks
up.
over at Will, who is still on the fucking floor. On the ground.
Can I just blurt in? Yeah, they said their name was Chris or something.
Lily says, "Why are you
She,
elongated sigh?"
she just kind of like, she takes a deep breath.
You good?
She goes, did someone from, space specifically made out of magical space dust, call you here, tell you you have a secret mission that you have to save the world from a specific war and that only you can do it, and you were summoned to this world and then you respond in naturally or randomly.
Lily blurts
Pretty
out.
much, yeah.
Okay.
Lily
so-
says, Lily says, "Were you like us?"
Sadly, I am not.
Oh.
But more unfortunate for you, I know specifically who did this. And
Are
there's
they the
not,
two
and you're not
villains
the only
there?
ones here.
Mm.
Interesting.
Oh my god.
There's more of you. You were summoned here by Goddess Chrysalis. She is very lazy. This is her realm, and she refuses to help solve wars on her own, so she summons people from other worlds to solve them for her.
Lily says, "Can we kill her?"
I've
Sharp
tried,
inhale.
we cannot.
Hmm.
So she
Lily
But I
gets
mean,
a
there
big
is-
bonk.
she goes over, she picks up Will. Like full on picks him up. And starts
I struggle.
he starts dragging you along.
No.
Ooga
And she
booga
looks up at the wolves. She just grabs them, let's go.
Oh, Amanda, I'm too gay for this.
Wait, so
Lily just follows them before getting.
The
So-
wolves kind of well, you can try following, but the wolves go over and they pick you up anyway. They just throw you on their backs and they start walking away.
Alright. Roller coaster time.
And they waddle away. Waddle waddle.
The very next day.
Okay, so it's fucking what's her the girl she goes over and she throws Will on the back of the third wolf. And yeet. And she jumps on herself. And then you all kind of start running, like the wolves start running. You run for about 5 minutes, and you're all kind of getting smacked with a lot of leaves and branches, and unfortunately, a few unsuspecting birds.
I think I'm good. I'm tiny. I just hide.
I'm smudly.
I just hide in the fur.
Once they get to a clearing, the wolves stop. They all drop you to the ground, and they walk to the side, so they're kind of surrounding you. The girl jumps off, and she stands in front of all your... What quest were you given? It's different for each one, but it's usually around the same.
Hey, Snack.
Yes.
What quest were we given?
You were given a scroll to give to the Queen of the Forbidden Forest.
Lily mentions. So, we have a little scroll that we've been ordered to deliver to a queen of one forbidden.
One forbidden forest.
Well, so grammatically, one doesn't have to necessarily be one out of many. Like, you can say, when referring to someone, like, if someone were to refer to me, it would technically be correct for them to say one Reese Marshall.
Hmm.
So, saying one Forbidden Forest, as in, well, referring to it as a title, is just a.
Reese, it's called the Forbidden Forest. Like, it is just
Well-
known.
It's a special way to say a title, okay?
Oh my god. Okay. Is that all you're saying? Like,
Yes, just a brief description of what they have to do. That's it.
okay. So you've been given a scroll, and you have to deliver it to the Queen of the Forbidden Forest, correct?
Yeah. Mhm.
Can I see said scroll?
Lily mentions, do you happen to be for aforementioned queen?
You do happen to be in the Forbidden Forest.
Lily says, I kind of guessed that.
I guess.
Just give me the scroll.
why?
Imagine she's the queen.
Lily,
Snack went.
Went silent, yeah. I know! That was a terrible time for me to zone out for a second. I'm staring at my fucking keyboard because it's like shifting colors. I'm like, ooh, pretty.
Lily says, look, it's not that I necessarily don't trust you.
You
It's
shouldn't
that I
trust
just
me.
want-
Give me the scroll.
It's that I said I just don't want. I just want to go home. So, who are you?
The only way for you to go home is if you'd give me the scroll so I can examine it and know exactly where to take you.
Who are you?
That's not important right now unless you give me the scroll. If you don't, my brothers here will kill you.
Yeah, just give her the scroll. Come on.
Lily sighs, pulls out the scroll, and holds it out.
She grabs it, she kind of opens it up, examines it a little bit, reads it. She closes up, and then she goes into like the little cape she has kind of, and pulls out a map. She goes, hang on, I have lost my spot here in the script.
Oh, I thought you were saying, hold on, I've lost my spot on this map.
No. Okay, so after she read the scroll, took out the map, she goes, "You are looking for my mother. But as the heir of the throne, I will handle this matter unless it needs to be taken to council."
You cut out in the middle of that. What did she say?
She said, "You're looking for my mother, but as the heir of the throne, I will handle this matter unless it needs to be taken to council."
So what do we do?
Well, what if
shoot, quest done.
what if this divine what if the divine being does rather normal divine being things and wanted to be specifically done as they ordered?
She doesn't. Trust me, she doesn't. I know
Can
her.
we tag along?
She Okay, so she opens it up again, and then she reads it once more, like quickly, but a little more, like she pays
Thoroughly.
attention a little more. And then she goes, "You were summoned here by a goddess, as she calls herself. She tends to do this a lot. She summons people, they fail the quest, and so she summons some more. Although she only summons them every so often.
What happened to those who failed?
Well, they either were killed on the way, or another god had interfered with goddess's plans, and, well, they were sent back home. Sadly, of course, they do not understand which home they came from, so they just send them to a random world and hope for the best. But the majority of the time, they just die."
Lovely.
Fun.
So how about we all just camp out in the forest? We don't need this stupid quest, right, guys?
We just go back to the village.
she holds out the map, opens it up, looks at it, and then closes it and tosses it over to Reese. Or to Lily.
Okay.
She goes, "My
I
name..."
just bonked Lily in the head.
Just bonk.
I'm kidding.
"My name is Princess. Let me try my best to pronounce this. Even though it's my own character's name, I have trouble pronouncing it."
That's a long name.
Fuck you, Reese. So she goes, "My name is Princess Lilaba. I'm a Farwell. The forest you are currently in is known by grounders as the Forbidden Forest, but those of us that live here call it the Harmony Haven. Any outsiders are not permitted to come through here unless you've been given a pardon by one of our allies. Lucky for you, I found you before the other clans did, and because you're from Earth, this is seen as a pardon by my people.
Interesting.
But due to the contents of this scroll, I can't read. But due to the contents of this scroll, it would appear I would have to introduce you to my mother and quite possibly my father. Behave or he will kill you."
May I ask what the
Yay.
contents of the scroll are?
It's a more detailed description of what your quest is.
Are there any extra details that weren't explained to us?
Well, most of it wasn't explained to you, as I can see.
Would you care to explain it to us, or shall we just go?
She looks at all three of you, not both of you, and then she hands the scroll to one of the wolves. She snaps her fingers, and then raises her hands towards all of you, and in an instant, you all have these glowing shackles
Oh,
and chains on your wrists and your ankles.
that's Kiki.
Not bothered.
I knew fucking one of you were gonna say that. She goes, "Let's go," and then y'all start walking. And I'm at the last page where I had given up writing, and the rest is gonna be fucking improv. Whatever.
Oh god.
So, it's fine. The majority of this has been improv already. So, during your walk, the girl began to explain this world and its inhabitants. She goes, "This world is called Jacare. It is one of the 15 realms of the gods. You've already met one of them, Goddess Chrysalis. This is her realm, or in your terms, planet. According to the scroll, you're being tasked with bringing peace to the world. In other words, it's your job to stop the war and solve all our problems because the government is garbage and Chrysalis is too stupid to do anything about it." You start walking, you get deeper and deeper into the forest. Less sun is starting to shine through the trees. She goes, "You need to get to the kingdom of Nor and meet King Kath Madrid. Or Madrig. He is one of the major parties in this war. After him, you will return here, and I will give you your next set of instructions." You continue to walk for another 10 minutes, and you eventually make it to a large tree. In the roots, there's a hole that goes into the ground, and she points at it and says, "Go in."
Lily looks into the hole beforehand.
Nah, Nick just goes straight in. He's like,
He's like, "Alright, sure."
and I go wife it.
Lily watches Nick.
I dive in after Nick.
Lily
It's a
watches
very
Nick.
big hole. Like, it's bigger than the wolves. Like,
After a bit, Lily decides to kind of go in.
you walk
Yeah.
in, and it's, like, completely pitch black. You don't
Wait,
really
you walk
see
into
anything.
a hole?
You're in a hole. You're walking, like, in a tunnel, kind of.
Okay.
I got dark vision. Will that help me?
Well, I mean, you see, it's mostly just pitch black. I guess it would help, but you don't really see anything else other than glowing chains and the slight glowing of worms on the wall.
Hmm.
And you turn to look outside, like behind you, but the exit is completely closed.
Lily sighs.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. So you walk for about 30 seconds before the end of the tunnel opens up and light floods in. You walk up and out of the tunnel, and as your eyes adjust to the bright light, it's honestly not what you expect. And no, it's not Hitler or Olive Garden.
It's the Kingdom of Nor.
No.
Damn.
Because inside what looks like an entire village run entirely by dire wolves.
Oh.
And
Furry.
that is where my script ends. So here comes the improv.
Furries fucking run.
They're everywhere.
How would they have the dexterity to be able to actually build shit?
Well, you see, friend, these dire wolves are different from the normal ones that you see in D&D because I made different races.
Did you give them posable hands?
No, they do not have hands. They're just
How the hell did they
they're
build a building?
sentient and they're smart, and I will explain it later.
Okay, but you have to realize they all.
Reese, everything will be explained, and you can ask questions in character too. So just give me a minute.
Yeah, they have telekinesis.
They do not have telekinesis, sadly.
Dang it.
The only things they have to manipulate shit are their fucking mouths.
Reese, just calm down. Everything will be explained.
This doesn't make any
It'll
logical
be
sense.
explained.
I don't see how any explanation can make this make any sense.
It'll be explained, Reese. It's going to be plain explained. Okay, are you
Lily-
done having your crisis?
Oh no, it's still ongoing. Lily looks around, very, very visibly confused and concerned.
So you walk in, and it is honestly very big, and you're inside the tree at this point, and you can tell because there's multiple layers going straight up, and on each layer there's more of what's it called? There's more of like a village looking area, but then uh, on the ground floor that you're on. I'm sorry, I'm trying to explain it off the top of my head. It goes like it keeps going. Like if it was like you didn't just go through a tunnel, like if you were just walking normally into the forest, that's what it looks like. Like there's still trees and everything.
Okay.
And there's still like different hills that are dug into that some wolves are sitting out of. It's they're definitely dens kind of, so sort of like that. Yes, I'm bad at explaining.
Pog.
So let me think of where to go now. Oh my god, I really should have kept writing. But I gave up. So you keep walking for a little bit, and you're kind of being like dragged along. Some wolves stop and they stare, but they kind of mind their business. Mostly the adults do, but the pups, like the little babies, they definitely stop and they're freaked out because they're like, "Oh shit, people!" Water break. You walk for a little bit, and you see this kind of dip in the ground, and you go into it, and then you see a den, like a large den that's very lit up, and you're dragged in, like you walk into it, and inside you see a very large, a very large female wolf. She's larger than the others that you've seen, and she's laying down on a bed of like grass and hay and shit and leaves, very comfortable. And she looks over at all of you, and she goes, "You finally made it. I'm glad."
You've been waiting for us?
Of course I have. God has told me you'd be coming.
Oh, nice.
Yay.
Pog.
Pug. I'm sure you have questions, but they can wait until I am finished explaining your situation.
Hmm.
She stands up, and your shackles are broken. Like they disappear and kind of like dust.
Whoosh.
Whoosh. And you're free from that. The wolves that were following you, they what's it called? They go and they sit on the sides of this bed. The queen, she stands. She walks over, and the Princess Lilaba, she goes over and she stands. Well, no, not really stands, but she tries to on the bed, but it's so big and thick that she kind of like sinks into it. She's trying her best.
No judgment here.
No judgment. And she goes, and she sniffs each of you. She kind of like examining who you are. My name is fucking. I forgot her name. I had it and I forgot it. Oh my god, I am stupid.
To show you the power of flex tape, I saw it. It's next memory in half.
Shut up! Don't mind me definitely not looking up a fantasy name generator just so I can, remember. Or just make up a name because I do not remember. Oh no, oh no.
Psi elongation.
I'm sorry, I'm trying my best.
Are you though? No, I'm kidding.
Okay. Bum bum. Hey.
Hey. What?
What? Hey. Not me stalling because I can't remember her name.
We're gonna get copyright strike.
And now we're doing it a cappella. It's fine. Technically, it's an original song now. Fuck it. Her name's Dina now because that's like one of the first things that popped up.
Name them Karen.
Her name's not fucking Karen. Okay, she goes, "Hello, my name is Queen Dina.
Okay.
I am very close friends with the goddess who had brought you here. Well, I guess you could say friends. I don't really like her that much, honestly."
Understandable.
Understand.
Sounds like she doesn't know how to get off her ass.
She doesn't. She really doesn't, honestly. I am sorry for the circumstances and the problem that you have being brought here.
No apology will be enough for this, so just continue.
She kind of goes over to where Lilibet is and just picks her up by like the scruff of, or not really the scruff, but like the collar of where her clothes is, and just drags her over. It just plops her down right next to all of you. And she goes, "I hope my daughter didn't bring you too much trouble."
About that.
She kind of looks at all of you like confused, like, "Please elaborate." And Lilibet's on the side, like doing that the thing, like hand across the neck, like, "Please, no, like shut the fuck up, don't say anything."
Really, since there was a minor inconvenience, but it's nothing to worry about.
Yep, everything's cool.
So, like, I'm glad that nothing, like, no trouble came.
Nothing.
Shut up. Like elbows well. Shut up.
She walks over to her bed and lays back down.
You know what I should have done?
What?
In Lily's modern item list, I should just put a gun.
Just a Glock. She just pulls it out.
Just. Oh
But
no,
don't-
we're being attacked by a bear. What do you use?
A
Activate.
gun!
Lock 17.
You know, Reese, if it makes you feel better in this world, guns do exist.
Oh shit.
Oh yay.
Whoop-de-doo. So she goes over, she lays down. She goes, "The basics of what has happened to you, and from what my daughter has told me." And she looks over at Lilibet, she nods, and then she looks over at the wolf that was carrying the scroll. And the wolf comes over, drops the scroll in front of the queen, and like backs away. And from what the scroll says, you have to solve our war. Unfortunately, that would not be an easy task for you, because many have tried and all have failed. That is why this war is continuing on, even after all these years. This war has been caused due to a bit of selfishness by the other kingdoms, specifically the Kingdom of Nor. They want to destroy our forest, our humble home, and they want to use it to expand their own kingdom. So we fight back. They send guards in to exterminate all of us, and all of the animals that live in this forest, use them as meat or whatever else they want, and some of them do it just for sport. Whenever an outsider who has not been given a pardon or is not by our allied kingdoms, they are killed on sight. When, unfortunately for us, they continue to send in, and they will continue to kill and cut down our forest until we give up, but we have not. And that is why we continue to have a war. The war that I'm sure you saw, with all of the men fighting, are wars against our allied kingdom and the Kingdom of Nor.
Really quickly, could you explain the positions of these allied kingdoms relative to us in the Kingdom of Nor?
Currently, there are 2 kingdoms that we are allied with, and thanks to my daughter, we have a strong alliance and a well friendship with them. The Kingdom of Roses is currently ruled over by Queen Rosalind. She is young, about my daughter's age and physiology and mentally. She's not actually the mental age of my daughter. That is unfortunate. Um, they live not too far, about a day west.
Hmm.
And our second allied kingdom is about 3 days south of us.
And where's the Kingdom of Nor? I'm assuming it borders us. And
And
you.
yes, unfortunately, it is right next to our forest where the entrance is. You right now are currently in the near the center of our great forest. If you walked through the boys' land, then you will get there.
Interesting.
Do you
Would there
have
be a
questions?
would there be a way to read up on the history of this war? Well,
We do not have a
the way-
library here, but the Kingdom of Roses has an extensive one, as well as my daughter read every book. So if you have questions about history or about this world, you may ask her.
Lily nods and comes up with quite a long list of questions for a later date.
Is that you're saying that you don't have any questions right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Does anyone else have questions?
So what do we do now?
Well, you will be given shit. You will be given the supplies you needed, as well as an escort. My daughter, as well as one of my guards, will be escorting you um to your destination. And as the queen says that, you see Lilibet like visibly grimace and like cringe because she does really not want to go. Ow! I just popped my ankle on something. Ow. Um. So it will take some time to get through the forest, seeing how you will have to go through the other clans. But and we do not have the greatest relationship with them due to this war. So please be careful, and if you have any other questions, please let me know. You may stay here if you'd like for a little bit and adjust to this world, and before you leave.
Hmm?
Does anyone else have questions for me?
Lily looks around.
There isn't really much. It's just tree and dirt.
Lily says there doesn't seem to be any more questions.
Okay. The queen nods and looks over to Lilibet. Please escort them to your den and have them rest for a while. Answer questions about history or world, and you may leave whenever you'd like. But I do require you to take at least one guard because I cannot come with you. And once again, she cringes because she does not want to take a guard either. So she goes over, grabs all three of you by the back of your shirts, and just starts pulling you out of the den.
I'm sure that's a thing that she can do.
Yes, very much. She may be small, but she is strong as heck.
Oh, I'm sure that her hand could possibly stretch out far enough to grab all three of us.
I've done it before. It's really not that hard. Like if there's one person in the center and then you pull two more people, and then you can grab all three shirts at once. You'd basically be dragging them, but it's possible. Okay, fine. She grabs each of your wrists and drags you out. Like she grabs
Right, okay.
like Nick's and Will's wrist in one hand, and then Lily's hand or wrist in the other.
Lily internally wonders why she keeps dragging them anywhere instead of just staying to follow.
So you're dragged through this large tree, and then you're led out to a more open area that's calmer and very quiet. You don't see very many wolves walking around, and then you walk into what looks to be a hobbit hole. Like it has a door and has a window, and the rest of the dens are just like open holes. She opens the door, and then she drags you inside, and then closes it. And that's where she starts to remove all of her armor and her cape and her clothes and stuff. She's wearing like what's called like a baggy shirt underneath, as well as some shorts. They look like gym shorts, kind of.
Hey, Snack,
Mhm.
what armor?
Okay, so the armor you don't really notice it like on the picture. It looks like clothes, but she is wearing armor underneath. What's it called? Like they're like gauntlets, kind of, like on her
Hmm.
arms, and then she's wearing knee pads as well as a belt, which is kind of like armor, sort of. In a way, it doesn't make sense right now, but it will eventually. Come on, Archie, get in the room.
I'm sure it will.
Shush, Reese. I'm trying my best.
Okay.
Okay. So she looks over. She goes, "You said something about history. What do you want?"
Well,
Do you have an Olive Garden?
I just want to know possibly the history of conflicts in the area. It doesn't have to be too far back, like maybe the past century, unless this is a very war torn place, than just any recent wars.
Currently, there's the war going on, and whenever there isn't a war, we have maybe a month of peace, and then there's another war. It's been going on for
Between
as long as I've been alive, which is roughly over 5,000 years.
interesting.
Damn, you old.
Interesting.
And is this between this kingdom and Nor?
Specifically, yes, but it used to be between other kingdoms.
Ah.
Eventually, they learned that we would not give up, and they stopped fighting and continued on with their lives. We're now a neutral state with them, but Kingdom of Nor is the one kingdom that we continue to have problems with.
So Nor is expansionist.
I suppose.
Lily thinks and draws connections between the kingdoms and historical countries.
She,
On
Lilibut kind of
Sorry.
walks over to a closet, or like more like a chest kind of thing, and she opens it up, digs through it a bit, and tosses two books towards Lily.
Lily does manages to barely catch one, doesn't really catch the other. Lily isn't the
Just go
best at
bonk on the
catching.
head.
Ow. It's like fucking what's her name? Oh, what? Never mind. Never mind.
Okay, so you you get bonked on the head, and she goes, "These are the most recent history books that I have. If you want a more detailed one, we'd have to get to Rose's place."
I have a question.
What?
How did the King of Nor get into power?
Well, the previous king died, and his son took his place. And since they're all idiots, the war continued.
How did the previous king get into power?
His dad died.
Lily looks over.
Okay,
It's
so
just-
no giant takeover war influence with money. No, none of that.
Well, I suppose. I am not sure. I don't really pay attention to them. They're really annoying.
I see. Okay. And
The
then just
best
back
way
up.
to the best way to resolve such a conflict is to understand your enemies.
We've tried. There is no understanding them. We don't know how they think or how they talk. They're very strange. I try many times to go and talk to them, but there is no talking. Any other questions?
Lily just sits back and thinks. So, Snack,
Mhm.
Lily has comprehend languages. What if Lily stole one of Nor's history books and used comprehend languages?
Well, the Kingdom of Nor is mostly human run. They, in a way, they are kind of racist. They don't really like other races because they feel like they are below them.
Yeah, I understood that.
So
but-
you, um, so you wouldn't really have a problem. You would have a problem reading, specific books, like some of the books that Lilibet owns, or some of them that are in the library of Kingdom of Roses, kind of. If you get kind of what I'm saying.
Yeah, I understand. Lily asks, not something else. What race is the Kingdom of Nora?
They are human run, or well, yeah, I suppose they're humans, in your sense of speaking, but most people around here call them grounders. People who don't use magic or any magical abilities that they're naturally born with. They're known as grounders.
We could just use
I
the
have a
Latin
question.
term Homo sapien.
Sure. Any other questions?
Yes. If they don't naturally have magic, then what are they using that's making this war so hard to win?
Guns.
Well, that, and they have such a large army.
Think of it like the Russians.
Well, they use influence. They have a lot of allies, which is how they have such a big army, and that's why there's different what's it called? Different allied forces in this war.
We
Do you have any other questions?
Is there any easy way is there any safe way to get to the Kingdom of Nor?
Well, are any of you guys humans?
I'm a human.
Okay,
And
so
I'm technically a subspecies of human.
you would both be able to get in. You would get in just fine. You would just have to walk through the gates. If anyone else, like the small fellow over there, tried to get in, you would have to have a proper ID as well as a pardon and possibly more.
Lily thinks that even if they're possibly even against the elves, he could probably just use the poncho he was given to cover the ears. Lily says, I think I've thought of something, but let's rest for now.
Sure thing. Kind of, she walks over to the chest again. She pulls out a couple of blankets and she like throws them down. Like, enjoy, I suppose.
Okay.
Thanks.
I forget what Lily has on. Okay.
If there's anything you guys want to do, you can go ahead and do that now if you want.
Lily just starts writing in her book. His book, sorry.
Stare at photo of family, sadly.
Oh.
Pog.
Look at your boy. I miss my boys.
I miss my boys. They're dead.
Well, they've done died, so.
They
not
done
really.
died. I'm just really sad about it.
How long ago they died? Well, I never actually met them. This is just a photo I found off of, like stock photos. I don't know who these people are.
Imagine.
That's your secret backstory.
I miss my boys.
There's got to be someone that does that. They just download random pictures. And they're like, these are my family. They died in an accident and so brutally last year. Really? I'm so sorry. Nah, don't be. I don't actually know these people. Okay, so once Liliba's like settled down, she kind of like leans over on chills on her bed. It's just like a stack of leaves. She goes, I'll take you to where you need to go tomorrow. Look, just I'm just gonna say this now. It's not gonna be easy.
Yeah, I'm a gnome. I can't walk that far.
So, as you're all starting to calm down and relax, you hear like heavy. Shut the fuck up. You hear like heavy footsteps, like running footsteps, and then there's like kind of like rumbling, sort of, and then the items in the den that you're currently staying in start to move around because of the vibrations through the ground.
So something's causing a tremor.
And then you see a very large wolf ram into the door, like break it in, and just like face plants into the fucking dirt.
Is that a guy okay?
And he quickly,
Lily looks
very
back.
quickly recovers. His tail is wagging like crazy. It is basically the embodiment of Doug from Up, but in giant wolf.
Oh.
So he got his tongue out, tail wagging, he's so happy. And Olivia's like, hi, Kyle.
Kyle. That motherfucker.
Lily was prepared to stab it.
What?
Lily was fully prepared to stab it.
And Kyle looks over at Lilibah first, and she goes, hello, friend, you would not believe the awesome day I had. I saw a butterfly, and it was so pretty, and I wanted to show you to it, so I tried catching it, but I accidentally ate it instead, and I'm very sad about it, because it was very pretty. And he
Lily
just...
won-
Sorry, what?
Lily wonders how many chromosomes this wolf has.
-3. It's very fucking... He has the voice of Doug too, but I cannot make that voice, so you're just gonna have to deal with the one I can make. So he's so derpy. I love this boy so much. You have no idea. So he continues to ramble on and talk about what a nice day he had and what all the cool things he saw and how he so badly wanted to bring that butterfly back, but he accidentally ate it. And so eventually he sits down and he starts like continuing to talk, but he gets a little more calm. And Lilibah walks over, she starts petting him on the head, and then she scratches like his neck and he flops over for belly rubs. Which she gives him belly rubs. She looks up at the rest of you. She goes, "This is Kyle. He's not very intelligent, as you can tell.
Oh, yeah, I think it was
Is that your bestie?
Well, he's probably the closest sibling I have,
Oh,
since
very
we were
nice.
raised together. He
Very
wants to get
nice.
into the guard. He cannot, for
Mm.
very obvious reasons.
Yes.
Well-
Yeah.
Lily decides to finally ask, why are you humanoid?
And she stops rubbing Kyle's belly, and he gets sad. he flops back over. He says, "Okay, I'm gonna go now. Have fun, bye." And he just runs away. And she goes over. She closes the door. And she looks at the rest of you, and specifically looks up at Lily. I suppose you will probably die soon, so I don't have a problem telling you. And she, what's it called? I need water. Hang on, before I explain this shit.
Okay then.
Okay, let's do this. So, she looks up, she goes, I was born a wolf, but due to an accident that happened while I was still young and still a newborn, I was turned into this. I can change back and forth between my wolf form and my human form, but it's a bit of inconvenience. I tend to stay like this just for more or less the convenience of looking this form and not terrifying anyone who I happen to pass by. Very few people know of my secret, and that is why I look like this. I am actually, I'm not technically related to any of them, but because I was raised with the majority of them, they are known as my family. So,
Interesting.
do you have any other stupid questions?
So it is a furry.
Shut fuck off.
Lily shakes their head.
Good, because I don't feel like answering them. She goes over, she flops down on her bed, and just like kind of snuggles into the leaves and just turns away.
Alright, bedtime.
It is currently the middle of the day. She looks over her shoulder. You can do whatever you want. You can look around. I don't care. Just come back and don't die.
Lily goes back to writing.
Would anyone
go to
like to
sleep.
do anything?
I go to sleep.
Oh,
Alright.
yeah. It's sleep time.
Just a nap.
It's magically nighttime now. No.
Sleep time.
Lily worked for so long, the speed of time increased, and now it's the middle of the night.
Yeah. So all you go to sleep? Or except for Lily?
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay. Well, we can end the session here if you'd like.
I think it would be I think it would be for the best if you actually had some sort of structure for the next session. So, probably a good place to stop. Also, seeing as it's only 3 people actively participating.
Yeah, so.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, I have a barbecue to go to later. So,
Mm-hmm.
which I was really
Barbecue.
I was really hoping that this would take up my time so I didn't have to go.
Do you really think we're going to improv our way to ending a war?
Well, seeing how I procrastinate way too much on writing these sessions, I think I'm gonna have to.
I have an idea. We just form a friendship circle. We all talk about our problems.
You send a friendship bracelet to the king.
Yeah.
Like, please don't kill us, happy face.
Please don't kill us. My family's already dead.
I don't think I can afford downloading any more stock photos.
Kyle is too precious.
Kyle
storage
is
all-
such a best boy. I love him so much.
My storage already full. I have too many photos. They're all like different people too.
Yeah, they're not even like the same colored hair or anything. Just like,
Hey, you guys want to look at Reddit?
well, I can turn off my stream first before you like fill it up with like fucking porn or something.
Not what it's going to do. Bold of you to assume.
That you wouldn't do that.
Either way.
Answer the question.